That signal means to stop whatever you are doing and get to the nearest safe place fast. Duck and cover, duck and cover.
So here we have TRVE CAB from Ugritone. And TRVE CAB is an impulse response loader, okay? So that means, of course, you're going to need an amp simulation to go with this. Now, you can use any one that you want. We happen to be using a BrainWorks Mega Dual, which is like a dual rectifier, and we have the cabinet bypass. Now, after you install this, the first thing you're going to want to do is set up the location of where you put your presets and impulse response folder. Okay, so with this, you're going to at least get like a freebie pack, okay, of impulse responses, and there's going to be presets in here as well. All right, now I'm going to have more presets than you have unless you bought all of the different packs. Okay, in order to set that location wherever you happen to locate, wherever you happen to put that on your hard drive, doesn't matter where, just wherever you put it. Settings, browse and save. And then go through and find that folder, click OK, and then you should make sure you save that, close that down, and then you can use this drop down and you'll find your presets. So let's look at loading a preset. In order to load a preset, we'll select whichever one we want. We have full reset and main. We'll look at the difference here in just a second. Let's go to full reset on this one right here, which you should get for free. And then it's not loaded yet. You have to hit load preset for it to be loaded. Bada bang. And there it is, it's loaded up. And we can see all of the options we have down here, which we'll get to in just a second. Now take a look at what's here on the interface. If we come to just the main, you're going to see some changes here. So we'll load that preset. Okay, so these here mics are muted. These here have some adjustments to them. All right, so this is the main preset, but you can do like a full reset as well. It's a pretty cool preset right here. Go over here. After you go through all of your settings, setting everything up just how you want it, you can also save a preset, give it whatever name that you want, and then you'll find it up here under user. You can see I already have a couple for the 9-string there. You can also delete a preset if you want to. Select it and you can erase it like that. I don't want to get rid of it. So let's go over the controls first here, then we'll get to the load slot, all right? So as you can tell, we have a lot of different controls down here, 8 different slots, so we can have 8 different impulse responses. Let me come back to this sample right here. So I can solo any of these, solo both. All right, you can see that we have, let me load up a different preset right here. Let me just grab, this one here. This one here is pretty cool right here. Let me load that preset up. So you can see we have the center, the side, the edge, so on and so forth. Okay, so again, solo. We have a high pass and we have a low pass. So our low pass will essentially cut out high end, and the high pass, of course, cuts out the low. So if something is way too boomy, let's go to like say the rear mic, just solo that one. If it's too boomy, you can cut that out. You can adjust the balance, the overall balance, or the level of every single impulse response to set up, our perfect mix. And we can also pan each of our impulse responses. So let me just solo these two here, our center and our side. We pan those around. Of course, you also have mutes for anything that you would like to mute as well. I can unload a microphone or an impulse response by clicking the X right there, as you can see. Also included is a tube sizzle impulse response or microphone. Let's just solo just that one. So it might not sound great on its own, but if you add that in to everything else, it can give it some, texture and a character, overall character there. So you can of course load the impulse responses one by one and set up, just what you want. I could, just remove things that I don't want. So maybe I want something in slot 2. Well, I can use my browser over here, my file browser. If it's not where you want it, you can always use this drop down and go to whatever hard drive you want. But let's come down to where I have my Ugritone libraries, and I have those in here. But of course, I don't have to use the Ugritone libraries, which we'll look at in just a second. Let's go to the freebie pack, head in here, and then we can resize this interface a little bit. So if I want to load an impulse response, say this edge, I can load it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, So just choose your impulse response, whatever you happen to want. We'll just say the rear and put it in slot 3. Okay? So that's how you can load individually and set up your own mix. That's just the rear. Let's load something else. Let's say the room and put that in 5. Okay? Maybe go to a different pack that I have here and maybe put the center here on 1 from a completely different pack. Maybe put this far mic on 7. Right, and you just go through and you can build up your own presets like that. So of course we can also load our own impulse responses. We can load them along with the Ugritone samples, impulse responses, or just use your favorites. So I have a ton of impulse responses over here. So the load method will be exactly the same. Just navigate wherever you need to go. We'll just say in here to this 5150, and we'll just grab some mic and choose my slot. Just say slot 1, and it's located right there. You can hear that. Grab another one, put it in slot 2. Again, just go through here and set up whatever you want. Put this one on 3. Build up whatever you want, and then of course save that preset once you get exactly what you want. So you can always recall it. So that is TRVE CAB from Ugritone, and here's a secret. If you want to save like 10-20%, you can use code Benoni in the checkout and you will save some cash. So metal up your cabs, get TRVE CAB.